Good morning, good afternoon. We are at the Tretyakov Gallery. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, but Tretyakov Gallery. It's one of the top things to do in the city. It's kind of like the museum to visit in the city outside of going to the Kremlin. And we just decided to pop in and hopefully be able to get in without pre-buying tickets or anything, and got really lucky because it can line up like crazy.
Yeah, we had a really short line.
So it worked out really well.
Good visit.
But we will take you back and show you what that visit's all about. And the rest of the day, we're just kind of, it's our last day in the city, so we're gonna do a little bit of shopping if there's anything last we want to buy, and just kind of walk through the downtown core and really get a feel for the city again before we leave.
I might try and get my nails done. All the women have beautifully painted gel manicures, and so I might try and...
So a bit of a chill day for us today, but we got really lucky with the gallery, and would recommend it, especially if you're an art fan.
Yes.
Very cool for that. We're not huge into art, but we still spent a good hour here just walking through, and we got to see some
people spend the whole day,
sites.
so we just did like a brief highlights, and now it's time for more. Goodbye.
We're on the stairway to heaven. We're going up, up, up.
As long as I don't fall down.
These don't look very steep, but they're quite steep, and it's far. Just a casual ride on the metro, and we come into this stop. Not so bad. Still think this is definitely the most beautiful metro we've ever been in the world.
Incredible. And it's so efficient and fast.
And cheap. It's like $1 to ride.
It's like amazing.
Oh yeah, great metro. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we arrived at the gallery, and now we're gonna pop our way in. Apparently this thing can line up for like 4 to 6 hours, so we kind of try to avoid the main entrance at 10 a.m. and now we're here at about 12:30, 12 o'clock, and looks like it's pretty good. We'll see though. We bought our tickets entirely in Russian. We just kind of were pushing buttons, following what other people have been pushing, and we're hoping this works because they look at the same price. Turns out there was an English kiosk down below, but we went into the Russian one, and here we go. Life hack, even though we're gonna miss a lot of the pieces, in the manual here they tell you basically some of like the key core pieces to see. So there's some more on here. And in every single room there's one of these little pamphlets you can pick up and read about. And it's got like a summary of everything.
If you don't want to do it with a guide, this would give you just as detailed information.
Jon Snow in the newest season of Game of Thrones.
We know this artist, we know him.
Who is it?
Never saw him. When we were in close, we went into his house, we saw him and his friends' separate bedrooms.
We have found icons. I repeat, we have found icons. So that was really cool. We went and saw the Rublev painting, which is the Holy Trinity, and that's the oldest painting they have here. It's one of the, regarded as one of the most like famous and well-known paintings in all of Russian history. It's one of the most prized paintings they have, and only one of two that they can for sure attribute to Rublev. That and then the frescoes in the Vladimir Cathedral, which we also had in our Vladimir one. So really interesting that those are the only two. And that one's from the 14th century? No, 15th century? It's from 1425 or something? I have the actual year.
Yeah.
1425, 1427, so like it's so old too, considering everything else in here is like, the oldest is 16th and then into like the 18th century.
We consider ourselves somewhat icon experts now.
We are, basically. We've seen every icon in Russia almost, so.
It's true.
Here's a little bit better perspective of what this place usually looks like. Just like swarms of people. And outside it can be lined up for like 4 to 6 hours. So we did really good lucky that we came here when we did, and it hasn't been too bad. It was pretty calm and pretty quiet. Worth a quick visit at least, even if you're not big in art.
One thing that's so popular here is scooter riding, which I think is really funny and really cute. And you can rent them like bikes. I've been trying to get Mark to take me on a romantic scooter ride around the city, but
$10 for the day.
he doesn't want to push.
Why don't you ride me around? Furthering our art vlog today, this is a piece that was put up, and it's basically a sculpture showing the
terrible vices that kids get hurt by?
Yeah, basically vices, adult vices towards children. So things that can impact people's lives. So you have like alcoholism, prostitution, drug addiction, propaganda of violence, sadism, child labor, poverty, war. It's just really, really interesting. Quirky, but really interesting.
Yeah, dark.
Very dark, but very cool.
Are we ready for the box? Большое спасибо президенту конфедерации европейского бокса, вице-президенту Международной ассоциации бокса Франко Фальчинелли. Но на этом наша официальная часть не заканчивается.
They have like VR boxing, like boxing practice. There's like a little like workout area. The ring in the middle. They have optimal nutrition.
And when it says International Boxing Day, like around the world, tomorrow is International Boxing Day, so it's not like what we're doing here, it's the holiday worldwide.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool event. So tomorrow is the big day where they actually do a boxing, but they've got all the events started today. And tomorrow is the finals and the event. We've taken a break and we've come back to the Central Market. We went on the food tour and this lovely little Georgian lady working at the front. We got ourselves this cheese and spinach sort of filled Georgian bread. And then we've got these little patties which are beet, spinach, and I don't know what the other one is actually.
So they're both spinach.
But they look absolutely delicious, so we're gonna have this to start and then we're gonna grab something else afterwards and just touring through some of the local foods. We're back on our little hanging light street and we're gonna grab some more dumplings here. This is the place we went to on our food tour and we're going back because the dumplings are so good.
And we're trying to get all our
Georgian
things.
The dumplings, hitting all the foods we love.
Georgian too.
Could be, yeah, but this dumpling place is really good, so we're just gonna continue along with our last day here in Moscow, just enjoying wandering through the city. And it really feels nice to have gotten on the street like this and I feel like we've seen so much of it. It's amazing. Just up at this dumpling place here and you can see their hand making everything fresh.
They make $1 million a year.
Yeah. That's how many dumplings they've made in total. 3,683,475.
And when they open, they poach the best dumpling makers from the United States.
There you go. Here's our two dumplings. We got the bluebird, which is a couple different, like chicken and turkey, and like a tea sort of within the dumpling wraps. And then this is the traditional style. This one's actually full of lamb though. So there's some that are pork and beef, and these are lamb. Excited?
Yeah.
Tell us how our day was.
Our day was really good. It was really chill. Everything was fast at the art gallery. We got to see some boxing, and now we are just packing up because it's time to go home. So we're not to go home, to go to Italy. I'm kind of sad to leave Moscow. We've gotten to a good groove here. Great gym, which really helped. Good food, good people. Yeah, it's been good.
So that's about it. We're gonna head to bed, and we'll see you guys tomorrow when we are flying Lufthansa to Italy. Be ready for the Italy vlogs to come. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe up here. Check out our most recent other videos over here, or subscribe to our other channel over here.